Jalin, the passing game was exceptional against Florida, even without Cedric Tillman. What does that say about Hooker? What does it say about you and the other receivers that stepped up?
Yeah, it's just preparation. We knew we had to step up, especially with one of the big-time receivers out. We just want to keep going as far as with the preparation that we're doing to each week and for the game day. So, when we're focused throughout the week, that's the outcome we want on Saturday. So we just got to keep going.
Rob and Vince.
Hey, Jalin, just how would you describe Coach Heupel the week leading up to a big game? How much do you think his demeanor helps you guys not get tense, not get tight, just treat things like normal?
Yeah, with the big games, he's calm. I think that's one of the biggest things. He doesn't change at all. He's the same person if we win or if we lose. Not only that, he gets us prepared for Saturdays. What we do during the week. It's really on him, and I'm thankful, to have him as a head coach.
Jalin, what's Cedric Tillman been like during this time? He hasn't been able to play. What's he talking to you guys about? What's he thinking during this period?
Yeah, he's still being a leader like he always has. Texting me and calling me, and he'll come in meetings and just rally everybody up and make sure everybody's good. Like I said, he's the leader in that room. We all respect him. We all look up to him. So just having his presence there, it just changes everything. So he's doing good.
Adam?
When you got to your off week last year, you obviously did not have as big of a role as you would hope to have. Now you're one of the top receivers in the SEC. I'm curious to know how sort of your pride affects your personal life. Do you carry yourself differently now when you have time to reflect on the season you're having?
Yeah, I'd say one of us just growing up, being more mature. And second is just preparation. Last year I wasn't. There were some weeks where I felt like I wasn't prepared for Saturday. Not only that, just changing your mentality. That's another thing. So really, those three things I'll say that changed me as far as a player. But like I said, another one is just being humble. And just going with the path. So that's really it.
Jalin, I talked to your dad a couple of times, and I know you text him before games with predictions and such. But what is your relationship like with your dad? What does he mean to you?
Yeah, just my family, just my parents. Since I was little, I always play sports. Either if it's basketball or if it's football. They always been there every step of the way, and I love my parents. I love my family, and I just love how every game or away game, doesn't matter where we're at, they're always there supporting. It shows a lot. So, I'm definitely grateful to have him as a father.
Vince and Jimmy?
Couple things. Curious about these predictions that you're so good at. Are there ones that kind of build as the week goes on? Is it sort of a spontaneous, I got the feeling I'm going to say it? Take us into that.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, I want to put it in the air, put it in the air and just let everything fall out. But I don't have a prediction this week. That was just one of those things where just, everything just worked out perfectly. But, my main focus is just, playing the game. But I know I can play to help this team, to help these players and be a leader in that room, especially with guys that's down, just being the leader in that room. And that's another thing I want to do and just grow on.
We've seen obviously what's said, and you and Brew can do, and Ramel in the last game with his opportunity. But what about those young guys that maybe got some extra reps during that open week? Who are a couple of those other guys that maybe have impressed you with their development?
Yeah, one thing about this offense, really, for receivers, anybody can have a great game, elite game, and with the freshmen and the young guys and some of the older guys, just telling them to, just making sure they know that it doesn't matter. Anybody can go down, and your opportunity can come at any time. So I try to stay hard on them as far as just preparing for the game, preparing how they prepare for the week. That's one of the biggest things. But just staying on them, especially when they're freshmen and they just got here, making sure everything's going smoothly for them. But I'm just trying to be that big brother. That's one thing I want to work on this year, just being a big brother for them.
Tell a couple of things. Hendon Hooker said he started playing better when he started having fun, like when he plays basketball. Could you say the same thing about you? Have you started to play better because you're starting to have fun?
Yeah. You know, I'm definitely having fun out here. It's a family here. I think everybody's having fun, you know, here at Tennessee. Big things are happening here. I think people are starting to realize that. But at the same time, you know, with those things happening, I think it's bringing us even closer, you know, because I think we're starting to realize what we can do here. And just seeing it, especially with these guys, especially with me, you know, being with Pruitt and, you know, being with other coaching staffs, it changes all of our minds, you know, changes our mentality. So, you know, I'm grateful for, you know, all these guys, and we just got to continue to grow.
Secondly, with the offense that you're running, do you feel like that no matter what the defense throws at you, that you have an answer for it, that you're confident that, hey, if they do this, we'll do that?
We have an answer for everything, you know. I mean, this offense it speaks for itself, you know, as far as what we do, you know, with Coach Golis, Coach Hyatt, and, you know, all the coaches that was on the offensive side. You know, it's really our preparation, you know, how we game plan. You know, we game plan to the mats, you know, with anything, you know, every player that's on their defense, we game plan, you know, we scout. We're in here a lot, you know, and just that's really the biggest things, just game planning and preparing. If we don't do that, you know, we can go out there and mistakes going to happen. You know, that's how mistakes happen. So, you know, just preparing, I feel like that's one of the biggest attributes we have here at the University of Tennessee.
Wes?
Jalin, y'all are a top 10 team, and now it's October, so these things start meaning a little bit more in terms of what they can mean by the end of the season. Do you embrace that? Do you try not to think about it? What's your sort of mindset as a player going into situations like this?
Yeah, we, you know, as a team, we don't even pay attention to, you know, any of the rankings or anything. You know, we can only control what we can control. You know, I think that's the biggest thing is we can control on Saturdays how we come out, how we play on offense, you know, how we do on drives, how can we sustain, you know, the third quarter, the fourth quarter. So it's really on us. You know, we don't pay attention to outside noise, win, loss, or draw. So we just continue to play in the University of Tennessee ball.
3 more Austin against the Pack.
In that same realm, you sit up here when that was in August, and everybody was giving praise on you, and you kind of stayed grounded and said, well, I've got to do it on Saturdays. Because you approach that way, does it make it easier to stay grounded with the team's success now?
You know, individually wise, I felt like I hadn't done anything, you know, and I want to continue to grow, especially with these SEC games we have coming up. You know, LSU, they're a good team. We have to play them like a good team, and like we just gotta stay grounded, you know. And with all the outside noise, if we let it, you know, interfere with us, man, it's going to mess us up. So we just have to continue doing what we're doing, and, you know, continue on the right path.
Jalin, any early thoughts on what you see from LSU's defense, specifically their secondary, coverages, type of players, that kind of thing?
Yeah, long, physical. They know how to get to the ball. Like I said, we just have to out-physical them, be fast. We have to play decisive. You know, they're a team where, you know, we're going to see a lot of man coverages. So, you know, we're going to have to win out there in the perimeter, and especially with our blocks, perimeter blocks. So, you know, just another team, another SEC game, another big-time game. So we have to, you know, do what we do.
Jalin, with Hendon playing the way he is and having so much confidence in boys, what kind of influence and impact does that have on the rest of the offense? Do you guys feel like you almost do nothing wrong?
It makes us, you know, confident as ever. You know, I believe we have a Heisman quarterback. You know, and when you have a Heisman quarterback, you got to have the receivers to make plays. And you know, individually wise, I want to make plays for him because, you know, what he has done, and just him being a leader here, I have so much respect for him. You know, me and Hook, we go back a long time. Even when he was at Virginia Tech, I committed there before I came here, so that's how I met him at first. And, you know, it's a brotherhood, and, you know, I love him. And, you know, I try to go out there, and it doesn't matter what ball he throws me, man. I'm trying to make the play for him, you know, just because what he has done for me, I just want to give back to him.
Thank you, Jalin.
Appreciate y'all.